So I'm here with David Phillips today at the Clearlake Oaks Church. David, it occurs to me that this is coming up on a year that you have been the pastor here. How are things going?
Things are going well. I think, this coming November, we kind of co-pastored there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's coming up, an anniversary is coming up. Things are going well, I would say. The church has went through the COVID, went through it like everyone else did. But we weathered that very well. Today, I would say 99% of the friends are coming back to church.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got new visitors coming. Seems like every month our growth has been consistent. We had some baptisms. Actually, next Sunday we're making a call again for membership and trying to coordinate baptisms for upcoming in October and November.
Well, you spoke about coming out of COVID, and I remember that quite well, as all of us do. The church here was really struggling, like most of them, but working together with you, and then after I've left, you've continued to change the ministries around a bit, build those things up. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, there's been a continuing call for those who are gifted. We went through a spiritual giftedness class. One thing that I think that helped a lot was for the friends to realize that God has gifted them. And I've encouraged them. I tell them as a pastor, I'm here to equip the saints for ministry. Many have stepped forward, and one of the really success stories right now in the church is that the youth ministry kicked back off. And Cindy and Tony Burton and Connie Kratz, and Carol Whittingslow. There's a little core of teachers there. We decided to do Vacation Bible School, and then we've started this once a month kids club thing, like on a Saturday, and it's been well attended. But we have about, I would say, 10 regular kids that's coming back to the church.
Oh, that's great.
From 4 different families, and so we're encouraged, and they're very outgoing. The children are themselves. They're like little evangelists, and so I like them in the main service because I've encouraged them, to be expressive in their worship. And
It's actually one little girl today with her hands raised.
We had a little girl with her hands raised up today, and today we didn't have the whole group. I think maybe because of the rain today, but. I'm very encouraged for the youth ministry of the church. We're going to be starting a sister has stepped forward, and she's going to be starting a women's Bible study in about 2 weeks. I've been doing most of the teaching on Sunday at the adult Bible study. We got another study going to start there, and I have 2 other brothers who have expressed interest in leading Bible studies, so I can kind of step back out of that on Sunday morning. To help, and I'm really encouraged that. I think this month we've averaged 48 per service our first Sunday. Last Sunday we had 48. Today was a little bit smaller group, but still I believe there was 42 here today. So I'm really encouraged.
You do a men's breakfast regularly as well?
We do a monthly men's breakfast, the 4th Saturday of every month. We meet here at the Fellowship Hall. I just call all the guys, and I have a couple assistants who's going to make the calls for me. That stepped forward just this past week, and they said, you know what, next breakfast I want to make the calls. And I said, glory, hallelujah, you make the phone calls. But we usually gather over here like 8 in the morning, start cooking and preparing. 9 o'clock we have a breakfast. Usually takes about a half hour or so. And then we have a men's Bible study. I have another brother who stepped forward to start leading the Bible study, which I was doing on Saturday. In fact, last month it was the first time he did one, and par excellence. I was just
outstanding.
Very thankful for his teaching skill.
Have you got any plans going into 2023, or just steady the course?
Right now, we're just, because we're going to be going. We got all these meetings we're going to. With Middle Lake stuff, there's a lot of meetings this fall, so we're going to get through Advent season. We're going to try to, when we get through the Advent Christmas season, we're going to really try to build that up. We may do some special singing and music. First of the year, though, come January 2023, that's when we'll be sitting down as a church and really setting a vision for how the ministry can grow. That's the plan. We have so many new faces right now. Everyone's still building new relationships and getting to know one another. In fact, so much so that whenever we have meeting start time, if I see people engaging one another and conversing, I hesitate to start the meeting on time.
Yeah.
I'll give them 5 or 10 minutes because, that's the most important critical part of this church is for them to build relationships.
How would you ask people watching this video to pray for you and the Oaks Church?
Well, for myself, there's a big load of responsibility on every pastor, and we got to maintain balance. And so, just pray that I can evaluate the load that I'm carrying, because even right now, I can see that while there are brothers and sisters stepping forward to help spread the ministry out, I still constantly have to evaluate, give priority to what's really important, and make sure I'm not distracted by secondary, tertiary things, and be able to delegate.
Yep.
I got to, and I've been doing a pretty good job at delegating, but it's not all about me. It's about the church doing its ministry. So I'm here to release them and bless them and give them some oversight. But pray for me that I have that discernment.